everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes every. You turn my mourning into dancing. 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 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. You turn my mourning into dancing. You turn my mourning into dancing. You turn my mourning into dancing. 'Cause your love changes everything. Your love changes everything. Oh, there's something about your love, something about your love changes everything in my body. Oh, something about your love, something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything. It changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything, changes everything. Something about your love, something about your love changes everything. You turn my mourning into dancing. 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 Something about your love, something about your love changes everything.
Good morning, Firmly Rooted family. Pastor Tom, Firmly Rooted Church. A truth in that song. There's something about your love because it changes everything. Just walk with that today. If that's something that you need to walk with, that his love for us changes everything, because his love for us is different than any kind of love that we've ever experienced on this earth. It is pure, it's perfect, it's unconditional. All right. Obviously tomorrow, the Jacksons are having the memorial service. So Aaron, I told him that he did not have to do the devotion today, that I would do it. And Matt Ryan's having trouble with his computer. So I did the 8 o'clock, and Steve's going to do prayer. Let's say hi to a few people, and then we're going to be looking at December 19th in the devotion. I saw Chuck. There he is. Chuck B, good morning, family. I'm out there on X. So is my cousin, Dave Donnelly. Vivian Davis, good morning. Pat down at Firmly Rooted Greendale, good morning. Bert Reggiani, good morning. Alice, good morning. Steve Giroux, good morning. Ken Gooch, good morning, fellow brothers in arms. Dr. Colleen, good morning. Connie Sandbrake down at Firmly Rooted Greendale, good morning. Karen Thompson, good morning. Hey, by the way, some of you, today is my sister Trisha's birthday. She's not on here. I was going to sing to her. I know you'd all get, you'd have to bear the punishment of my singing, but maybe it's fortunate that she's not on at the moment. All right. Zechariah 13:7 is what we're going to be looking at. Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, against the man who is close to me, declares the Lord Almighty. Strike the shepherd, and the sheep will be scattered, and I will turn my hand against the little ones. This is certainly not a deeply theological or philosophical messianic prophecy. I chose to use this prophecy not because of its depth, but because of its precision. This prophecy was fulfilled in the Garden of Gethsemane. It predicted that the shepherd Jesus would be under attack and that his sheep, the disciples, would be scattered. The amazing thing to me is that when we read the four Gospels, that is exactly what we find. The disciples flee the scene while Jesus is arrested by the temple guards. I find strength and comfort in believing in a God who cares about the details. Now, this is the important part of this, that he cares about the little details. He cares to make sure that every aspect of his promises and prophecies are fulfilled. There are times when I feel pretty small, times when I feel overwhelmed by the volume of issues and concerns in my life. At those times, I'm thankful to know that God doesn't lose me. I might have lost him, but he doesn't lose me. His attention to the small things keeps him faithful to me. I guess what I'm trying to say is that there are really no small details to God. He sees them. He sees us as important details. How humbling. If this devotion finds you a bit overwhelmed by the circumstances of this life, if you feel that you're lost in the volume of stuff you're wrestling with, then know that God knows and understands that you are dealing with. He is working to fulfill his promises for your life and will not rest until the smallest of details are worked out. Peace, Pastor Tom. The smallest of details. The prediction here of the Garden of Gethsemane. The prediction that he would be hanging on a cross between two thieves, that he would be put in a rich man's tomb. All these details, causing a Roman king to do a census, but tell everyone they had to move go to their hometowns. The details, big or small, God is in control of the details. The triumphal entry, the donkey and the colt, the details. We don't see the way he sees. He sees everything. We see very little. We live in a three-dimensional world and our sight is limited. And so we got to trust in a God who sees what we don't see, knows what we don't know, and he's for us and not against us, that he will be by our side, that he will walk with us, that even if we walk through the valley of the shadow of death, he'll be with us. Y'all with me? He's never disconnected from us. We might think so. What's that song? Even if we don't see it, he's working. And even if we don't feel it, he's working. Because he's always working. Why? Because he's for us and not against us. And he promises to be with us. All right. That's what I have for you on this December 19th. If you have access to my sister Trish, wish her a happy birthday and tell her that she was freed from me singing. That doesn't mean I'm not going to leave her a message and sing to her on her phone. So, any rate, let's call that a that. And Steve is going to be back for the prayer time. Blessings on your day. Make it a firmly rooted day, and may someone see Jesus in us today. Peace.